Since CVW 23 is over, I want to take a look at a lot of polls I made here on some potential future matchups and just kind of see what people are thinking about what's going to happen next. First, going to start with who do you want to see Levan arm wrestle in his next match? Devin, Vitaly, Camille, or other? Devin with 59% of the vote. So let's read some of these comments here. It's funny, it was going to be Michael Todd was going to get the shot if he was able to beat Camille, but now that Camille won, nobody wants him to get the shot. Crazy how that works. Even though Vitaly lost to Devin, I would much rather see him against Levan in December. Interesting. Georgian person commenting that. I want to see Vitaly versus Levan, then Devin versus Levan. That's kind of the timeline that seems like Devin wanted. Vitaly against Levan left arm and Devin versus Levan right. Not sure if Levan's going to come back on the left arm. Not sure about that. Man, give us Vitaly. We need that match. It's been years. Levan should arm wrestle Camille first to work his way up to Devin in December. That's kind of funny. Imagine, like I made this reference in a video from yesterday, but imagine the number 4 guy in the super heavyweight of UFC gets knocked out by the number 2 ranked guy, and then everyone still wants to see the number 4 ranked guy go for the title. It's interesting. In arm wrestling, I guess you could say that because styles make matches, but I mean, same thing for fighting, right? But maybe that's not a good comparison. But I mean, Devin did beat Vitaly, and if we look at the rankings, he's number 2, Vitaly number 4. So Devin keeps his ranking, keeps his spot. I wonder if they will update this because we're going to see Alizhan go up to number 2 and take Morozov's spot on the left arm, which is exciting. We're going to take a look at some polls with Alizhan here. Let's look at the one against Dadakian. 81% of people think he would beat Dadakian. Interesting. What about Vitaly? I put up another one about Vitaly. 58% think Vitaly would win, so a bit closer. Alizhan heavy favorite against Dadakian, but Vitaly the favorite against Alizhan on the left arm. Alizhan should face Devin left-handed, says this person. Oh, man, that's a tough match. That's a tough match. Yeah, that would be tough for Devin, I think. Going off their matches with Morozov, Alizhan has to be the heavy favorite. That was super impressive what he did to Morozov there. I know he's coming off the injury, but I mean, if he accepted the match, he must have been in some type of quality to at least put up more resistance than he did. But clearly Alizhan is just an absolute beast, so nothing much you can say there. Now, this is a really close poll. Levan Matyushenko versus Michael Todd. Literally 50-50 on the poll here. Imagine this for the title. I mean, the next event is in June in Arkansas. I'm not sure if Russian would be able to get a visa to the U.S. as well. I mean, obviously we had the problems with Vitaly coming to the Shaw Classic, the event last year. So who knows if that would be even possible in that time frame, or if he would want more time to take off, or what they're trying to set up. But this does seem like it would be an interesting match, I think. I think a lot of people would agree with that. Just look at the poll. It's definitely close in people's eyes. I wouldn't be surprised if Matyushenko had a good press and surprised me. He always does. But I think Todd is the favorite. He turned down the match with Mike a while back, said he wasn't ready for the King's move. Is that true? I did not know that. This person says the promoter would win. Matyushenko can't hook Michael, but he has great endurance. I don't think he has a strong rise to climb enough on Michael's hand, and even if he has the strength to do that, he doesn't have a strong enough press to finish, so Michael is a big favorite. I don't see Matyushenko to win. Close match, says this person. Yeah, that could be interesting. I think we have a couple more polls to review here. Andrei Smaev versus Leonidas. We saw Smaev posting arm wrestling specific exercises the days before the East versus West event, and even the day of, doing like a pronation lift. So I'm curious if he is paying any attention to that match between Brian Shaw and Leonidas. But Leonidas heavy favorite in the poll here if they were to have a match. These kind of matches getting silly, in my opinion. Leo needs to go against someone like Philip Larson. Smaev heart will die mid-match. Okay, I think we've read that before. Now, what about Manifester versus Todd Hutchings? Manifester just completely destroyed Samushia. Is he going to go up a weight class to get a real challenge, a real tough match in Todd Hutchings? I think that could be interesting. 50-50 side pressure war. Manifester is underrated. He's kind of like a right-handed version of Alizhan, but in a lower weight category. Manifester definitely super technical, super explosive. Very, very strong. He manifested cutting 10 kilos to beat Samushia. Reality check coming soon at 95. And I think the last poll we have here, Prime Devin Larratt 2026 versus Prime Denis Saplankov 2018. Huge favorite to Devin. Not a huge surprise, especially coming the day after, 2 days after that match. I think that makes sense for sure. I think the level has gotten higher in the past 10 years. So what do you guys think about some of those matchups, or suggest some other ones you want me to put up some polls in the comment section, and I'll be back with some more content, guys. Make sure to hit like and subscribe if you appreciate the content.